Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. Now, first of all, I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all the people that are watching my videos and all the people that are supporting this channel and helping me to grow and for me to give you more contents anyway, day after day, which I make videos regularly every day, so I'm trying to cover as many topics as possible, and so for you to satisfy if you are happy and to watch my videos. Now, okay, so I want to talk about the today topic is about crime in Italy, okay? It's about dangerous places, let's focus mainly on the most dangerous cities in Italy according to the statistics. Now, why I'm making this video today? But first of all, because I think it's important for you that you love Italy, or for you that you would like to relocate, to buy a property, and so on. For all the reasons why you are following this channel and you are watching these videos, I think it's important to show you also what is the crime situation here in Italy nowadays in 2025, and also because anyway Italian people are extremely concerned about the crime. So there are complaints basically from nearly everyone. A lot of people feel unsafe. Second, a lot of YouTubers that I follow, Italian YouTubers, are focusing now on the that it's not sustainable anyway, the life in certain cities, that it became very dangerous to go out at night. So this is one of the reasons, and also because on the television now, I don't have television at home, but each time I go maybe to some friends or visit someone at home, the television is always on, and what I've noticed is that crime rate and dangerous cities, criminality, all these things are always on the television, so constantly they're talking about this topic. Anyway, so this is an introduction of the video, but now I want to read you anyway an interesting article that I found here on the web. So just is giving you a description of the type of crimes, the situation, and the most dangerous cities where to live in Italy at the moment, and what are people's feelings about this. Anyway, let's start reading. Now, crime is unfortunately a part of our daily lives. Every day there are different crimes committed in Italy. While it is always useful to keep a high level of attention, and this is also true, there are statistics now that show us where these are most likely to occur in order to understand how to intervene, what measures to take to combat crimes, and above all, how to defend ourselves. I say more than defend ourselves, I would say to protect ourselves, because here it's kind of protection more than defending. For this purpose, every year a ranking of the Italian cities with the highest crime rate is drawn up based on data collection by the Ministry of the Interior. Here is the update ranking of the most dangerous cities in Italy. Now, I want to read another part of the article before I go to the list of the cities. Now, every year, let's say the most dangerous cities in Italy, official data. Every year there are many reports detected in Italy by the police forces. Now, in Italy we have different type of police forces. So if you have been to Italy, you probably have seen Polizia, Polizia Municipale, Carabinieri, Guardia di Finanza, and then many more different type of police. Anyway, in Italy, I'd say we have a good amount of policemen. In every town, for example, there is a Carabinieri station, like here in Montemilone, for example. So, police forces which are then collected by the Department of Public Security of the Ministry of the Interior. The crimes taken into consideration are of various kinds, divided into macro categories and subcategories, while the reports refer to those detected by Carabinieri, state police, and all the other corps of the police forces. The data collection is processed by an outlet, which is one of the most important outlets in Italy that is talking about economy. It's called Il Sole 24 Ore, and anyway, it's the most important outlet when he's talking about economy in Italy, which is responsible for drawing up an annual ranking regarding the crime rate in Italy. The data refers to the previous year, and is calculated per 100,000 inhabitants on the total number of reports. The categories of crimes taken into consideration include homicides, sexual violence, theft, robberies, and extortions. These are, let's say, the most dangerous type of crimes that can be committed. Obviously, from the women point of view, the sexual violence is something extremely concerning. Women are feeling extremely unsafe, but again, we are talking about selected cities. Theft, there's huge amount of theft at the moment, robberies, and also extortions. Finally, there are also many subcategories relating to the data collected, such as specific cases of theft and robberies in homes or commercial establishment, or homicides for the purpose of theft or robbery. This is very important because Italians are extremely concerned about the robberies in homes. I mean, no one wants to have thieves in the house anyway, which it seems like are increasing. These type of crimes are increasing, and also for the commercial activities, for the commercial businesses, which are facing, for example, an increasing of robberies or burglars, robberies at night, for example. Alright, so now let me go to the list of the most dangerous cities according to these statistics. Now, it's already said that the statistics are counted per 100,000 inhabitants, so the numbers given, like if they're saying 4,000 robberies, 4,000 in 100,000. So if the city is 1 million, then we have to multiply 4,000 per 10. So then it's 40,000. Now, below is the ranking of the most dangerous cities in Italy from the 1st to the 10th. Okay, now let me... Alright, so now, in the first place we have Milano. So, Milan is the city with the highest crime rate. Unfortunately for Milan, because anyway, it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city. Anyway, probably every one of us who had been to Italy for sure have visited Milan once, or the most important airports are in Milan. Also to go from many destinations, for example, Milan train station is one of the biggest train stations in Italy. So I'd say many of us probably have already have been at least once in Milan train station. Let's talk about the train station for just a few words. I've been several times to Milan train station, and I have to say that anyway, the unsafety that we feel in the Milan train station is quite high. I remember I invited a couple, an Irish couple, to come with me to Italy once when I was living in Ireland. Then they went back to Ireland before me, and they had to go from Torino to Milan by train, which was nice, fast train, so no complaints. But when they arrived in Dublin, they contacted me, they called me then just to tell me that they arrived, they were safe. I was a bit worried. They said, Antonio, I was shocked by Milan train station. They felt very insecure, they thought everyone wanted to rob their luggages or pickpocketers, so this type of... But I warned them in advance. I said, listen, once you are in Milan train station, keep your belongings very tight to you, don't put any valuables in the bags, so try to warn you. Anyway, Milan, first place. Second place, I'm a bit shocked to see this town called Rimini. I don't know how many of you know Rimini. Rimini is in Emilia-Romagna region, which is a region southern Lombardy, Milan region. So anyway, it's not a big city. Rimini is a very high touristic destination. It's on the sea, and probably because there are many tourists, I don't know, but the robbery is kind of wealthy area. Also, the crime is also related with the wealth, with the wellness of these places, because obviously thieves don't go where there is a high level of poverty, for example. Then on the third place we have Roma, which is also considered a kind of dangerous according to the crime. Anyway, Milan and Rome I understand quite well, because anyway they are the two biggest cities in Italy, so obviously in big cities which are around 4 million inhabitants, 4 millions Milan, 4 millions Rome, obviously I'm expecting to see also a lot of crimes. In the second place, Rimini, that is a bit particular. Then on the fourth place there is Bologna. Now Bologna is another city of Emilia-Romagna region, is the capital of Emilia-Romagna region. It's not really a big city. I think it's less than 1 million, maybe a bit more than 500,000, but it seems like also, anyway, it's a wealthy place. It's considered one of the cities in Italy, one of the richest places in Italy. On the fifth place we have Florence, Firenze. On the sixth place we have Turin. On the seventh we have a town in Liguria region, which is a very small city, called Imperia. Now Imperia is the capital of Imperia province, is in Liguria region, and is the region of Liguria that is bordering with France. I'd say that the criminality there might be related, for example, with the high level of immigration, because we know, I already said few times in my videos, that most of the foreigners who are coming here, these immigrants, let's say, they don't want to stay in Italy, so they go to the places where they maybe can easily pass the border with another country, like France, for example. The situation between the Italian border and the French border is a bit messy from this point of view. We have the very last town in Italy, in Liguria region, which is called Ventimiglia. Once you pass Ventimiglia, you are already in France. Then we are in the richest part of France. And anyway, most of these immigrants, that's why I might think Imperia. Then there is another town in Tuscany region, which is Livorno. Livorno again is not a really big city. On the ninth place we have Prato, which again is in Tuscany, and at the 10th place we have Napoli. So Naples, which is more has the highest, let's say, when we talk about stereotypes and about Italy and we're talking about crime, we straight away think about Naples. So we say, oh, Naples is the city with the highest crime. I say Naples has crime, yes, it's also a big city, it's the third biggest city in Italy. And let's say maybe there are pickpocketers, robberies, extortion. This is the type of crime that you might have in Naples. Anyway, in this article, it goes city by city, and it explains as well, city by city, which one is the type of crime committed in one city more than another. So it's going deep. In this case, anyway, what I want to say about this list, about these 10 cities, which are Milan, Rimini, Rome, Bologna, Florence, Turin, Imperia, Livorno, and Prato and Naples, that apart Naples, that is in the south of Italy, all the other cities are in the north or central part of Italy. So this is interesting, because how is it possible that the south, that looks like there is more crime, anyway, is not in the top 10 cities? Now, this is something that maybe I will talk more about in the next videos, because it's particular, because again, when we are thinking about stereotypes and criminality and crimes committed in Italy, we straight away connect it to the south of Italy. We think because it's poorer, and we think there is more crime, which is totally the opposite. There is more crime in the north of Italy than in the south. No one's town from Sicily, not a town from Puglia region, not a town from Molise, Abruzzo, Calabria, which by the television, these, it seems, are considered the most dangerous places on earth. I even watched some documentaries when I was living in Ireland about the south of Italy, and obviously these type of documentaries, they don't pay the right price anyway to these destinations, which are considered not to be dangerous. Now, for example, let me read about Turin. Now, because Turin is the city where I was born, so I will read Turin and I will read Naples. Now, the situation in Turin is completely different. The Piedmont capital obtains 6th place in the global ranking, with very different results from the cities that preceded, simply because each city has a different type of crime. Turin is positioned in first place in two particular categories, namely damage, okay, and computer fraud and scams, for which the total numbers of report is respectively equal to 23,192 and 15,000 registered cases. Now here it says damage. What do they mean about damage? For example, danneggiamenti. Anyway, they may damage cars, they may damage properties, I don't know. That's what they call this type of crime, called damage. Anyway, then we have, let's go to read Naples, because Naples is at the 10th place, the last position in the top 10. Now, closing out the top 10 of the most dangerous cities in Italy is the city of Naples, with a total of 4,579 reports per 100,000 inhabitants. In the case of the Napolitan capital, the results that stand out are the city's top position in the rankings relating to mafia-type association and smuggling. So, yes, there is the mafia. Mafia maybe deserve another type of video, but anyway, a lot of stereotypes, but mafia-related crimes can be selling drugs, prostitution, illegal gambling, extortion. These are the type of crimes committed by the mafia. Or smuggling. It's well known, for example, for the black market of the cigarettes, for smuggling drugs from one city to another. Maybe drugs arrive to Naples port and then they are delivered to all over Europe. I mean, furthermore, Naples is the second city for reported robberies. In particular, there are robberies in public streets, like pickpocketers, but I think Rome is more dangerous than Naples from this point of view. But the city is 14th position for reported robberies in commercial establishment. So about business activities, Naples is only, is at the 14th place, and considering anyway that Naples is a big city. Anyway, protection, security, these are these are hot topics nowadays in Italy. Now, just to close the video, I want to talk about my considerations about living in Italy, because I'm living in Italy. I moved back from Ireland to Italy, and I had the chance, for example, to move to Turin, to move back to Turin. That was my native town. But I see in the last 20 years, 25, I see the quality of the life dropping badly in Turin. So this is the reason why I decided to not move to Turin. Anyway, top in my list there was avoid big cities, simply because I lived many years in the big cities and I'm fed up, and I was looking for a small community, small town. I picked a town with only 1,000 inhabitants, and obviously in my list one of the reasons was safety. Now, I consider the south of Italy safer than the north. As we see in the list shown here, the top 10 dangerous cities, 9 out of 10 are all in the center and northern part of Italy. So I knew, for example, that the safety in a small town in the south of Italy is much, it's much safer than in the north. Again, let me spend few words about my life here in this small town, and I have to say that now the 15th of March is going to be 1 year that I've moved back from Ireland to Basilicata region, to Montemilone town, and I haven't heard of one crime committed. In 1 year that I'm here, I see again children walking, teenagers, let's say teenagers, going out in the evening. Me, I don't really go out in the evening, but it's safe. I can have a walk at midnight, at 1 a.m. And there's no reason to have a walk at 1 a.m. But technically, if I want, I can go out and simply, I see women walking out during even dark hours like 7, 8, 9 p.m. walking on their own without any problems. I'd say that for me the level of safety is quite high in the small towns of the south of Italy, talking as well about Calabria, Sicily, Puglia region. Most of the small towns in these regions of the south of Italy, for me, have a high level of safety. This is why I recommend people to, if you want to move to Italy, pick always a small town. Then if you love cities anyway, that's another story. Anyway, people are also concerned here. Sometimes I talk, when I talk with other people, anyway, people are afraid of, for example, of robberies, maybe robberies in the house, theft in the house. They are concerned, they are all protecting with alarming system and good doors, strong doors, let's say. Anyway, people are trying to protect themselves, even here in these small towns, also because the news are scaring people. Now, if every day on the news people are listening about theft and crime, robberies, so obviously people are worrying and they might start even thinking, okay, it might happen here again. There is an increasing of crime overall, a bit everywhere, so people are more concerned, but I connected with the poverty. Generally, when poverty increases, the crime rate starts increasing. Unfortunately, this is something that I always, wherever I went in my life, I always saw, anyway, if I see a high level of poverty in one place, obviously there will be a high rate, a high crime rate. Anyway, so these are my impressions, these are my concerns. Again, I feel quite safe where I am, but I cannot say, oh, nothing will ever happen. I like the way the community, the small communities are trying, for example, to, if they notice strange movements, there is always someone keeping an eye, and so on, like that. Okay, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video about the level of crimes in Italy. And so, I'll see you here on my channel, on Italy A Place to Love channel, to my next video. Have a nice day and see you soon.